Hi, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing a very powerful, very rare new moon solar eclipse reading for you. This will not happen again for another 8 years, and it's in your sign, so it's going to be extra powerful. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration, and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see the energy that Spirit wants us to be mindful of during this new moon solar eclipse. Angels and Spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Okay, this is the Five of Wands reversed. What's really interesting is that during this time, lower energy Aries, okay, lower energy Aries energy brings a lot of warlike confrontation. We are so over that, and we have to be mindful of being drawn into other people's nonsense. And it's going to be nonsense. It's not going to be things that you're like, oh yeah, 5, 10, 15 years down the line, this will still mean something. It's going to be like 5 minutes from now, we'll be mad, but it won't mean anything. So just be aware of this. People are going to try and drag you into their nonsense. Do not go. Do not engage. Okay. Because higher energy vibrational Aries energy, okay, at this time, it is all about new starts. It's all about new beginnings. It's all about, independence and courage and bravery and individuality and really letting ourselves shine forward. And that's just a huge part of what this time is. And then we have this rare hybrid, eclipse coming in, which again, we will not see for another 8 years. And so this is just a really, really powerful time, and we don't need to ruin it, sully it with just this chaotic energy, though we can easily be drawn into it and we can feel a little bit testy. So just be aware of that. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and Spirit guides. We have relax, breathe. We're going to be so intense. We're going to be so intent on getting where we want to get and doing what we want to do and having everything just moving forward, moving towards anything, something, embracing something new. We're going to forget to breathe. We're going to forget to relax. We're going to forget to connect. And that is going to be such an important thing for this time and for us, Aries. So let's see what the tarot has to say before we talk about the astrology behind this moon and the solar eclipse. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Okay. So just know during this time, okay, we can be in our own head too much, which makes perfect sense because this new moon and solar eclipse bring a strong questioning energy to us. We could be feeling it, if we're sensitive, we are feeling it already. It's like, wow, am I questioning everything? We're looking at what is my purpose? Am I on the right track? What am I discovering? What am I becoming? And there's just this sense of so many questions and feeling like we don't have the answers or feeling like we're not achieving what we had thought we would. Okay. And that's going to be something that we need to be aware of, especially if we're sensitive. This is going to be something that can be very overwhelming. We have here an energy with this new moon in Aries, with the solar eclipse in Aries. We have this energy of our being, our world, you know, stepping into something more. We're stepping into something more. And this energy will be with us for the next 6 months at least, and for and into well into the 2024 year, and well into next year. We're going to see that there is a power here. It starts here and it stays with us for quite a while. So be aware of this. The new moon is at 29 degrees Aries. It's in the last 10 minutes before the end of Aries season. And this is intense. This is intense. When we are with any sign, okay, the final degrees are the most intense, the most powerful. So this is a powerful make it happen, new start energy coming forward. But again, we have to be aware of the anger, the warlike energy, the darker side of Aries, not only affecting us, but affecting those around us. Some of us might just be a little bit more irritated, and we can't say why. We don't know why. So, understanding that during this time, the intensity is coming forward and it can overwhelm us, overtake us. We have to be very aware of the higher energy vibrational side of Aries. And it doesn't mean that if we get a bit angry, we get a bit overwhelmed, because this moon is going to very much affect us. We're seeing that right here. We can have a tendency to overthink things. We're seeing that right here with the Eight of Swords. We have the moon coming through itself. So we can easily be influenced and overpowered by this time. What we want is to shine through the courageous, the brave, the independent, the individual Aries energy that says, I got this, and I'm moving forward. Now, again, this is a very rare hybrid eclipse. This only happens in about 3% of eclipses. And again, it will not happen for another 8 years. All eclipses, but particularly the solar eclipse, they're wild cards. And they really affect our timeline by, you know, having something out of the blue happening. Now, with the solar eclipse being conjunct the North Node, okay, the North Lunar Node, this is a very positive jump forward in our future, jump start for our future, for ourselves, for where we want to be. And we have here with the Four of Pentacles, there's some like vampiric energy we're going to be looking at, and it crowns this whole entire time. It's like, what is the energy that holds me back? What is the energy that's keeping me from where I need to be, from where I want to be for myself? The solar eclipse brings a strong ending energy. All right. And it opens up new beginnings, but we're going to see doors closing. We're going to see things ending. And this is going to be very powerful up until the lunar eclipse on the 5th of May. All right. So be very aware of this. This is powerful, powerful, powerful energy. We have the 10 of Swords. Okay. The 10 of Swords is very much the sense of, I'm having all the swords that stab me in the back, they're falling away. So that's going to be very powerful here as well with the Four of Swords. I mean, not the Four of Swords, with the Four of Pentacles, vampiric energy, things that were locked away, things that we thought we could never have. Like, how dare you even want this type of thing? We're looking at it and saying, where the heck did this come from? Or why did that negative word, that negative statement, that chaos, how did that get to impact my life for so long? We're seeing this come forward more because of the falling away of the negative. We're having the dying away of the old stuff, the rebirth of the new, but we're very focused on the rebirth. Okay, Pluto also plays a huge factor during this time, and we're very focused on the rebirth of ourselves, of where we want to be. Pluto is about death and rebirth. So we're going to see ourselves move forward. We're going to see ourselves looking at things and finding our footing, finding our understanding, saying, well, why not this? And how about that? And, well, why did those words stick? We can also look at things and be a little bit harsh on ourselves. So be aware of that. Like, oh, I should have done this differently. I should have done that differently. The past is done. It's time to walk away from it. It moves us then to the Seven of Cups reverse. This isn't really a dreaming time. In Aries, we are very good at dreaming. We have beautiful, powerful imaginations, but we don't really like to sit there and just think about what could happen. Okay. We like to go and do and make it happen. And that's going to be very much us during this time. We might not dream as well as we thought we should when it might not be looking at things and saying, oh, it should be like this, or oh, it should be like that. This is going to be really about doing. It's going to be about moving forward. It's going to be about going after more. It's going to be about opening up the door in a very, very, very big way. This is a powerful moon for us. It is a moon in Aries, 29 degrees of Aries. It comes through very powerfully, very strongly. It's going to impact us. And we can even think about this time, and we might not say, oh, the 19th of April, 2023 was a time when it all started, but it starts something new. It stirs something new in us. It's powerful. It's passionate. It's determined. It's insightful. We're going to also see that we're looking at a lot of things that we were afraid of, that we were overwhelmed by, a lot of fears that we hid in the closets and said, oh, I'll look at this later, or I'll see it later, or I'll think about it later. We can find that we kind of get a little bit obsessed. We can overthink it, overanalyze it, want to know the whys and the how come of why did I get stuck? Why did I do this? Why did I do that? And that's all good. Some of us might find us really diving into, personal discovery and wanting to know the whys about everything. But Aries, one of the best ways for us to utilize this time is to say, okay, I see it. I know that it happened. I don't necessarily need to know why. And that sounds like maybe promoting ignorance, but Spirit isn't showing it this way. It's like, it happened, it's done. Now it is time to move forward. Now it is time to kind of put on our finery and say, I'm embracing this world. I'm going after more. I'm seeing more. I'm understanding more. So let's see what the moon has to say for herself. Let's start with this one. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. All right. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides. Okay. Very interesting here. Our sister sign is Libra. So we have the full moon in Libra. It says a win-win outcome is forecast. We have to have faith in that. But because it is our sister sign, it is something that we can find very, very challenging. Our sister sign either brings out the best or the worst within us. With the Eight of Swords, it's over the Eight of Swords. The moon is telling us we're going to tend to overthink. We're going to tend to overthink the balance, the fact that a win-win outcome is forecast. We need to have faith. We need to say, I have faith. I'm doing my best. I am moving forward in power, in insight. I'm trying, I'm doing my best. And I let that go into the universe. It brings us to an energy that crowns us. Here with the Four of Pentacles, it's like trust. Trust this moon. Trust that we are letting go of negativity that tried to box us in, vampiric energy that tried to keep us down, that tried to drain us. Prosperity lies ahead. Trust that prosperity lies ahead. You've been through the trying times. We might still have trying times to go, because I don't want anybody to think, oh, okay, after the 19th, everything just falls right into place and we'll go merrily on our way. But we start to trust. We start to see that we are protected. We start to look at the positive, the good, the powerful. And we know that prosperity lies ahead. We know that there is more out there for us. It doesn't mean that we have to have one of these enviable, Instagrammable, whateverable lives. It means that we become content. We become powerfully in alignment, in grace with where we are, with what we want, with what we're moving towards. It brings us then to looking at the bigger picture as we have this acceptance and as all the kind of like, this is overkill, right? As we let go of all the overkill, as we let go of the overthinking, overanalyzing, the doubts, the fears, everything that has to do with the mind, with the chaos of the mind that can be our own cage, our own prison, we start to say, I accept. I accept that I'm releasing, because we are releasing. And that release in and of itself, it can be painful. It can be overwhelming. What do I have if I don't have this doubt, regret, fear, hurt, pain, disappointment, anger? Who am I? So many people, they won't let go of their anger. It's very shocking to me how they will say, no, I will be angry. And I will be angry because of people that will never be in our lives again, or people who will never even know we exist. Here, look at the bigger picture. Look at the bigger picture of what you want and take aim. It leads us to the fact that, right now, even though we're not dreaming, even though we're not, wanting to dream and scheme and just kind of like sit back, well, maybe scheme is a harsh word, but dream and think and plan we want to do, we're kind of afraid of the changes that are coming. We want them, yes, on one hand, but also we don't know that everything's going to be taken care of. And the moon is saying you cannot. You cannot know all the time if everything will be taken care of, if everything will be okay. It's like that's where the faith has to come in. A win-win outcome is forecast, yes, but there are no 100% guarantees, and we're kind of waiting for that. And it's like, well, the greatest place to start to see our success is to start. I mean, I find that hard to do as well, most definitely. But it's like, let us start, let us begin. It moves us to the moon coming in. And it's this terribly powerful creative energy that is guiding us. This profound sense of it's time to move forward, or there's more out here, or I need to look at this differently. And we're going to have a bit of a difficulty with meditating and contemplating and finding the balance and finding the harmony. So just be aware of that we want to create and we know it. And this moon is bringing us this creative energy. But we also need to meditate and contemplate to align ourselves profoundly and beautifully. And we're going to find that to be a bit difficult, a bit like, oh my gosh, I have to sit still. We can find this to be very nervous energy, very always moving, always fidgeting, always, wanting to be doing more. And we can just find ourselves being tired because our body is just always so like anxious or moving or like edgy type of thing. And we're like, why am I so drained when I haven't really done that much or I haven't done anything at all, but I feel exhausted? It's because our body is just it's just constantly moving, even if we're fidgeting, we're exuding a lot of energy, even if we're staying still. I hope that makes sense because I don't know how else to describe it. Let's see what our subconscious message to be mindful of is. It's the Seven of Swords reversed. It's the fact that we don't want to dream or plan or, kind of sit in thought. We need to a little bit. We need to a little bit, not a lot of it, just a little bit, just to have a rough outline, kind of like a rough sketch of where we're going. That'll be very beneficial. It moves us to our subconscious message from spirit. And here it's nature. We might have a bit of a difficulty accepting our true nature, like what we want from nature, how we fit in nature, and what we really desire. We are coming to know our own nature because of this, solar eclipse, because of this new moon. We're coming to know it really well. The intentions we set down for this new moon are just going to be so powerful. Even if we're not aware of them, they're going to be so powerful. They're going to be life-changing. And we need to be aligned with our nature, which we're going to find to be just a bit tricky. Our subconscious tarot message is the Page of Wands. This moon, fire sign energy, right? Represented by pages in the minor arcana. This moon is going to teach us a lot. It's going to show us a lot. It's going to bring up a heck of a lot of questions. And we need to be ready for that, aware of that, because it will be powerful. It will be intense. And we will come out more knowledgeable, fiercer, more powerful than we were before. It leads us to our subconscious Luna message, which is assessing and a time to give rather than take reverse. We need to take from the energy of this time. We're going to feel like, no, I should be giving more, giving more. Not quite time yet. Not quite time yet. You're not being selfish by taking. You're not being selfish by growing you. And you're going to feel that way, Aries. Like, oh, I'm selfish for growing me. I'm selfish for moving me forward. No, there are 5 planets, 5 orbiting bodies, right? In Aries. This is a time of action. This is a time of discovery, of courage, of doing. And we need to take what we need to be able to move forward. And that's just going to be fact. All right. All right, Aries. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this special, powerful time that will not be seen again for almost a decade. So let's take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Aries. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. May you have an absolutely magnificent new moon and solar eclipse. Hold on tight. This is going to be intense. I love you all. Bye.